Hi, everyone. My name is Mica Saunders. I am in the startup phase of my chapter in Baltimore. So today I'm going to talk to you about intergenerational connections through my program Moxie Moves that I have. So it's based on my fitness program and arts program that I do with the seniors. So right here you can see a picture of me and my grandmother. I grew up in an intergenerational household. So it's my grandmother, my parents, my sister, and her kids. So family is so important to me, and I think it's always important to have your grandparents around because you learn so much from them. And as I got older, my grandmother got older, so I would take her out to different events with me to keep her engaged socially and physically engaged. And you see right there, once she pull it back up, my grandmother used to pole dance with me. She used to have a good time. So we're going to talk more about that as I go through the presentation. Is it clicking? Or it might not. It might not click as a PDF. I might got to hit the arrows. I might. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Give me 1 second. Oh, so you want to learn about my shirt. So let's talk about my shirt, even though the screen has started. So this is a picture of my grandmother. She passed in 2020. She always used to say, you ain't cold until you're old. So, well, you ain't old until you're cold. So she didn't get cold until 2020. So I have these shirts on my website to help promote to fundraising for the Tri-Shaws and to help seniors that's underserved with funding. So. To Moxie Moon shirt. Gaga is still alive. Okay. All right, so this picture right here is some of the seniors from the Zeta Center. So I have over 35 seniors in this class. And they come when it's snowing outside, when it's cold, so you know they really love you if they still coming out when it's cold outside. So the purpose of Moxie Move is we aim to bridge the gap between generations by fostering intergenerational interaction through fitness, dance, cognitive activities. Our goal is to enhance the physical and mental health and the social well-being of seniors while enriching their lives of younger participants through shared experiences and mutual learning. So I know like we're riding in the Tri-Shaws, but you can have fitness activities before you get on them. You can do a stretch activity before you get on or some type of warm-up. It's a great way to stay engaged with the health providers, and it's a great way to stay engaged with the family members and to get the seniors active, to give them something extra. Like, I'm just out here riding, exercise make them happy, and having music is a great way to connect with people, like with individuals with dementia. I had one young man, he had dementia, and I thought he was a mute for years when I was going to the center. But one song played, he started singing. I was like, oh my gosh, this man can talk. So you'll be surprised how music can light up someone's life. You can click to the next slide. Thank you, dear. It don't want to move for us today. It's just like, stay right here. All right. Promoting physical health and fitness, encouraging seniors and younger generations to engage in regular physical activities such as line dancing and pole fitness, and provide accessible and enjoyable fitness routines that cater to different age groups and abilities. So with your Tri-Shaws, you can, sometimes if you want, you can play music that's relevant to that era. And sometimes I might switch it up and add a little bit of Cardi B. I'm tell you about that later, about what we did at PoleCon. It's just a fun way to keep them engaged, but I say start off with playing music of their genre so you can learn them first. Don't just go out the gate and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play what I want. It's so important. You can click over to the next slide. All right, so enhancing cognitive function. So before I started mainly being at senior centers, I used to also travel to assisted livings, and they need extra care at assisted livings. Sometimes I would be in the dementia unit when I would have to have the aides on hand to help me out. and sometimes I was at smaller assisted living. So before we got into doing the games, I would do an actual physical activity. And I realized a lot of seniors start to get tired after an hour. So I split my class in half when it came to doing the actual physical activity. So for the first 30 minutes, we would do physical activities in the chair, and then for the second half, we would do a game. So when you have your trishaws out, you can do a game of corn toss to make it fun. You can do like a carnival theme type of exercise. So while they're still sitting in the car, they can do like corn tosses and ring tosses while they're sitting there, just to make it interesting and fun. So, utilize brain games and cognitive exercises to keep seniors' minds sharp and engaged. And you can also do trivia. Trivia while you're riding can make it fun and interesting, and you can learn from them while you're doing the trivia. Like, even though you might have the questions and answers, they may elaborate more, and you both learning at the same time to keep their minds sharp. Introducing activities that stimulate critical thinking and memory in participants of all ages. That was my girl, Miss Ruby. She passed on, but we used to always have a good time, and she looked forward to bingo or any type of ring tosses. All right, fostering social connections. So I love when I used to travel to this assisted living. It was a Jewish facility. I loved going there. I would always learn about the Jewish culture. And in fact, I learned that one of my great-grandfathers was Jewish, and I wonder why. I always loved the holidays when it came around, loved apple cake and rainbow cake. It's because it's a part of my heritage I didn't even know. So one day when I was teaching the activity, a family had came in, and they saw that we was doing a balloon tennis with the seniors. Of course, in assisted living, we cannot have like a tennis racket or anything like that because we're going to bust out the windows, and I can't afford to pay for those. So we use balloons instead, and we use plates, and we use popsicle sticks and glued them together. This is another game that you can play along in your trishaws. You can have one right here, other right here, and they're playing a tennis game. So it's a fun way to stay active before and after, and the kids really enjoy playing with the seniors, and the seniors enjoy that because a lot of seniors, you'll be surprised that loved ones will put them in assisted living and no one will ever come visit. And when they see someone else's grandkid, they'll look at them as if they're their grandkid. So have fun, engaging activities for everyone to join. All right, so my next one is encouraging mutual learning and respect. So I learned a lot from my grandmother. I would sit down in her room on the floor. She would just pet my head and tell me stories. So it's so important for this organization. I love it so much that because we learn from each other, and taking time out each day to sit there and learn someone else's story, just listening can make someone happy and they feel respected and appreciated because everybody don't get that type of quality time. So I encourage you all to take time out, what you're doing already, to sit there and listen to individuals because they really appreciate you if you don't know that already. Next, this is the fun part. So this is why I was late getting here. I was at PoleCon last week, and I took a group of seniors to a pole convention. And it's something very unconventional they not used to doing. You could pull up in your trishaw to pole convention. So, so it's a fun outside of the box. So with me showing this picture, maybe if it's like a concert in your area or something like that, it's a fun way outside the box activity to do with the older adults, or you can call them recycled teenagers. That's what one group likes to be called. So recycled teenagers. Yeah, she was like, Misha, you need to change that senior. Call us recycled teenagers. So I took a group of, it was 8 to 10 seniors to PoleCon. This was our second year going. So the first thing they did was a chair dance to Cardi B. They was like, Misha, you're crazy. I was like, yeah, we're doing a dance to this. They enjoyed it. The crowd went crazy. And I don't know if you know the song, She's a Bad Hammer Jammer. So that was something in that era. So we did that, the pole dancing to She's a Bad Hammer Jammer. So we broke it in half. It was an 8-minute performance. They really enjoyed it. So it's a great way for them to stay active, balance, and coordination, and to build their confidence. And we have one grandpa, so it's a husband and wife. And he was up there with a whip and a money gun. So we had A good time. If you ever want to check out the full video, it's on Moxie Moves YouTube. It's hilarious, but it's a fun way to keep them stimulated, feel alive, and it was intergenerational because it was people of all ages there, and it was like, wow, let me tell my grandma that she can still move. So it was a great way to encourage people to let their grandma know, watch this video, you can do this. And I didn't have to do nothing too crazy, but I had one lady, I didn't know she could lift herself off the floor, and she surprised me on the stage. I almost had a heart attack myself because I was like, I didn't know you could lift. She pulled up on stage, held her leg out high, and did a spin. She surprised herself and didn't know she could do it. So adding those unconventional activities in there help and show them to get out their mind and show them they can do more than what they think they can. Oh, I had done that twice. You can skip that one. I don't know how that happened. I must have been asleep when I did that. All right, enhancing emotional well-being. So me and my grandmother used to always do crazy outside the box things. So maybe creating a theme when you're outside having your activity with an organization. So this was our Hawaiian Mermaid Day. I saw some of these things at 5 and Below in the dollar store. So we was at a friend's house. We was like, let's dress up. So my grandmother was always down for anything crazy I had. And I just wanted her to feel alive and wanted her to live forever. And I knew she would do anything for me. So just to keep her active and to feel happy and don't feel lonely, I would do fun activities with her. And the same things that I do with her, I do along at the senior center. It doesn't cost a lot. The dollar store pre-thinks 3 months before us. So if you're thinking of doing something for St. Patrick's Day, go in January and get everything you need. If you're thinking of doing something maybe for the Christmas holiday, go in October to get everything you need so you can get all the supplies. Just make it fun and it doesn't cost a lot. And that's the end of my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Misha. That was